Alright, so as always, welcome back to the Steven Universe episode reviews, and wow, this is another nice little slice of life episode. Not much to say other than, it was really good. We finally get the story in one episode, just one little 11-minute episode of how Greg met Rose, and it's a very short but sweet story. I really liked it. Just one thing, just one little nitpick I had, and this is just more of a me thing than it is anything else. It's more, it didn't hurt the episode, it was just something that just kind of, threw me off a bit. I didn't hate it, keep that in mind, I didn't hate it, but it just kind of threw me off a bit. I felt like they should have gotten a younger voice actor to play younger Greg for the flashback, because this focuses back on the 80s when, Greg, like I said, Greg first met Rose, and Greg's a lot younger. Like, he looks like a teenage Steven. Really, he does look like a teenage Steven. And I just felt like they should have gotten a different voice actor to play him, because the voice coming out of Greg, the voice actor who plays Greg, like, his voice doesn't really seem to sync up, at least to me anyway, with the character design for young Greg. So I think they should. So me personally, I didn't hate it. Keep that in mind. I didn't hate it. I still love this episode. It's one of the This is probably one of the most sweetest episodes, by the way, because we finally get to learn a few things. And yeah, I always forget how large Rose is. How big Rose was. She's even confirmed to be like 8 to 9 feet tall in here. Wow. She is a friggin' mountain. I mean, I'm just saying, like, she's just a giant compared. Well, like when she's standing next to younger Greg, you can clearly see the height difference and the age difference is there too. What we also get in here is a look at the gems when they were younger, and you can clearly see, judging by the age of the gems, or at least the height of the gems, or at least the styles of the gems, you can clearly see why they looked up to Rose so much, because without even saying it, without even saying a word about it, you can see that Rose is pretty much like their mother. Rose is like their mom, because of how tall they were. You can clearly see them. I mean, yeah, we know they're thousands of years old, but yeah, without even saying it, that's what I love the most, is that without even saying it, this is why the gems are so close to Rose, because she pretty much looks like she took care of them for the most part. But yeah, the designs were really cool. It was nice to see young Amethyst, because I would imagine she's still getting used to being and I love how Pearl and Garnet referred to just how. I also love how hostile Garnet is, like how aggressive she can be, and how paranoid Pearl was, and how mischievous Amethyst still is. But yeah, we also get introduced to another character called Marty, who I think was having sex in Greg's van. They don't have. It's like I said earlier. They don't have to say it, but you can pretty much infer that that's what he was doing in Greg's van. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but Marty was a total dick, and also, was it just me, or does his character design look a lot like Billy Idol? I could be wrong, but that character design looked very Billy Idol to me. Anyway, and also the girl he was with, quote unquote, looked a lot like someone from one of the villains from Gem and the Holograms. I'm just saying. But yeah, this episode was really adorable. The songs in here were really great. I really loved the songs in this episode. I thought they were very well. I thought they were very well put together. I think. They really do take a lot of the episode, but you do get to see younger Greg stand up for himself. And I really like episodes that center around Greg, because he's probably one of the best, and I've said this before multiple times, but here it really affirms what I've been saying about Greg for a while, is that he's probably been one of the best, if not the best animated father we've had in a while. I mean, you've got Homer Simpson and Peter Griffin, and Homer tries to be a good father, but he screws up miserably, and Peter Griffin's a horrible animated father, and there's no really good candidate. There hasn't been really a good candidate for animated dad since, I don't know, Dexter and Dee Dee's dad? Yeah. So, Greg really fills that role, and you really get to see him stand up for himself, and all he wants to do is just be with Rose, and yeah, it's really admirable. And there's also a bit of a quote from, maybe it's just me, but there's a quote in here that reminded me so much of Doctor Who when Greg goes to look for Rose and plays a song for her, and she's like, "Oh, that's so sweet, but I can't be with you. I can't spend my whole life with you." And it just reminded me of that episode, that thing the 10th Doctor said to Rose back in the episode School Reunion, when David Tennant's telling Rose, you can spend your whole life with me, but I can't spend my whole life with you. Well, you can spend your entire lifetime with me, but I can't spend mine in yours. Or something, yeah, something like that. It just reminded me of that, of what David Tennant was saying. That just reminded me so much of that. And I just love that moment where he's like, well, that's bad. And she's like, how come? And he's like, 'cause all I want is you, yay! And I was like, oh, this is so frickin' sweet. This is so frickin' adorable, it's not even funny. But yeah, it's a really good episode. This is something a lot of the fans have wanted. This is something I've wanted, and they did not disappoint on this episode. They did not disappoint at all with this story. I really enjoyed it. It was just another sweet slice of life episode, and got some really great character development for Greg. But yeah, so you guys tell me, what did you guys think of this episode? You like it? You hate it? And once again, hope you all enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys later.